these false
Wow, look at that!
As for Drama Alert, this mess up hardly hindered its growth.
Of course!
As it only lost subscribers for one day.
One
and
day!
It climbed through the YouTube ranks like nothing ever happened. As for Kim, though he was doing what he could to fix the situation, like many of his past controversial events, this was thrown into a pile of controversial acts that as time would go on would mostly be forgotten.
Yeah.
And that's because the earlier months of 2016 were pretty good for Kim. A little over a month after this most recent controversy, Drama Alert hit 1 million subscribers.
Wow.
But the biggest change happened behind the scenes. As Keemstar explained it, since his time on YouTube, there are some that grew up watching him and now have jobs at YouTube itself. Through this, he was finally able, once and for all, get cleared for promoting that scam several years back. Meaning instead of relying on the loophole of not owning Drama Alert, but being allowed to appear on it, he was now granted ownership of the channel and is able to manage it without constraints. Not only that, YouTube was changing in a way that boosted Drama Alert faster than it ever has.
Right.
As 2016 is remembered as a heavily drama-laden year, with the likes of Leafy is Here and H3 battling it out.
This is when
there
girls
was
change
much
for
to
the
cover,
worse.
and it helped drive views as much as you'd expect to a channel called Drama
Hell
Alert.
yeah,
Each
another
of these
Assassin's
videos
Creed stream. Tonight is going to be more exploration based than combat because there's still a lot of places we have to uncover around the map. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to check and see if you guys can hear me at least. And it sounds like you can, so that's good.
Was all sparked from one of the business ventures Keem was doing outside of Drama Alert. While he was still diversifying his revenue streams through merch, live streaming, sponsorships, esports, and various other avenues, he was also helping establish events between content creators when necessary. One of these events was meant to be a boxing match between iDubbbz, a rising content creator known for reviewing strange Kickstarters, and more recently his Content Cop series, where he called out what he and many other agreed to be lazy or scandalous content on YouTube. And that's where Jinx and iDubbbz's Content Cop on him came in, criticizing his reaction content. Things escalated between the two, and a boxing match was planned, with Keemstar setting up the event for March 4th. And though Jinx was combative on Twitter and eager for the match, he never showed up, making iDubbbz the automatic victor. And that's why Keem and iDubbbz were in touch. Also around this time, Keemstar's Alex video was making its seasonal return. Controversy with Sir Tony Ray. iDubbbz, noticing this, tweeted out the Alex clip. But instead of leaving it there, Keemstar private messaged iDubbbz asking not to use that clip or he will have to ruin iDubbbz's career like he's done with other content creators that appeared on Drama Alert. Though Keem says this was a joke, iDubbbz definitely did not take it as one, and had something bigger, perhaps in retaliation, in the works.
Okay, that's perfect. Content Cop Keemstar is next. I gotta change my battery anyway. So this is a good opportunity to split here, right? And continue. I would say probably 2 more videos, maybe another 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to Darksideville Reacts 2 from Addictive to Manipulative, Keemstar Story by June the King on YouTube.
Let's grow your e-commerce business. Let's grow your e-commerce business together. And by together, we mean as partners. Let's grow your business with mapping and planning tools, with data and analytics, with working capital. Working capital at every stage.
Hello everyone and welcome back to DSP Reacts Welcome back to DSP Reacts to From Vindictive to Manipulative, Keemstar Story, Daniel Keem from June the King. First of all, before we even resume, this is part 4 of what I'm assuming is going to be a 5 or 6 part series. I want to give a shout out to June, because this has been great. Like, he's speaking very well, very, very eloquent speak to cover this as a documentarian. Seems like he's done a lot of good research. It seems well put together. At no point watching this have I been confused. I'm keeping everything in the sequence of events going. I'm understanding it all. I feel like he's done a really great job with this. And I want to say to June, thank you for giving me permission to react to your video. I'm really enjoying this. Based off of this, at least from the level of feedback we seem to be getting, I think people will want to see me react to more stuff from June the King in the future. And I strongly recommend, if you want to see this style of documentary, to check out his channel, if you can. Okay? Alright, now, second half, essentially. I swapped my hat because I was so sweaty. It's like ridiculously hot in my office today, but the sun's about to go down, which means it's going to get nice right in the window. Let's jump back in. Just to recap where we are. We went through Keem's early days, found out his origins of making YouTube content as a troll. Then we found out about him trying to bridge over into something different when he made money, of all things, selling a Minecraft knockoff game. That's literally where he made his money to finance his things on YouTube. He didn't actually get successful on YouTube like most people do. He made money selling a fucking stupid game and then used that to finance other projects. It's insane. Okay? Then he started his Drama Alert channel. And that's basically what the last hour's been. Already embroiled in multiple dramas, including the Basherverse controversy, and then this poor guy who played RuneScape, who he got the story wrong and misreported that he was a pedophile. Okay? So, as if that's not enough, we're literally still got an hour left. Alright? So, holy crap, I can't imagine what else we're going to see, except I do know about some of these things coming up, just from, again, being a YouTuber myself. You get wind of some of the other shit going on YouTube, and I've known about some of these over the years. People have asked me about them over the years. I don't really have any perspective on it, so I'm not going to comment, but today I'm going to get perspective. Alright? So, if anything, here's what I will say so far. Keem is determined. He's a determined individual. Through thick and thin, when everyone kept banning him or whatever, he never gave up. He kept making content, and he kept trying to succeed. He's good at being charismatic with his audience. Some would say that's manipulative, but obviously he's successful for that. And he made a good business decision when he realized that all the stuff he used to do, the trolling, the Call of Duty stuff, wasn't working out, switching over to the drama content, right? That was honestly a good move, in my opinion. He recognized the trends on YouTube at the time. He saw what was doing well for him, and he said, I'm going to focus on that. That's smart. Like I said, if I had stayed, being just a Street Fighter guy, I would have faded into obscurity. Because I'm a variety guy, I stuck around. So, good on him. Working with what was, focusing on what was working and not just sticking to his own guns. But, I also think at the same time, we're looking at the things he's doing. Manufacturing news. Literally orchestrating stories that don't exist because he created them. Misreporting. Hurting people. Right? Overly reporting. Beating the dead horse when he already knew the truth behind the situation and just didn't bother to report it right away because he wanted to get personal gain out of stories. Pretty messed up stuff. I don't think anyone's going to sit here and be like, yeah. So, let's continue. And what I'm curious about this is, okay? What I'm curious about this is, I'm wondering if there will be anyone by the end of this, alright, who basically will be like, hey, I wonder, why do you still watch this guy? Because I'd like to genuinely hear, if there's actually people who are genuine fans, alright, of Keemstar, I would actually like to hear by the end of this, react. Why? Like, why are you still here? Why do you still watch him? Why do you support him? Because obviously, if there was one thing in his history, two things in his history, you can let it go. So, he's changed or whatever. What we're seeing here is essentially a running pattern, right, of this kind of behavior that's getting worse and worse. And it's like, why would you continue to support and follow this guy? So we're going to find out. All right, we're going to continue on. And I'd like to actually get someone's honest opinion by the end. If there's anyone here who is a genuine fan of Keemstar, I'd like to get your opinion by the end. All right? Cooper, just shut up right now. He's trying to start drama in the chat about Bolt. No one cares. Oh, there's trolls on Twitter. Who's a fuck? My audience, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now continue. Part 4. Here we go.
And that is the most effective and memorable expose on Keemstar.
Yeah.
And that's saying much, considering the existence of all these exposés on him already. So about halfway through the year, on May 5th, 2016, iDubbbz dropped Content Cop Keemstar. What made this video vastly different from the rest is that where most exposés on Keemstar focus on specific events rather than analyzing Keemstar's character, like easy-to-denounce events such as the Allen situation or his misinformation on Sir Tony Ray, iDubbbz instead analyzed Keemstar on a day-to-day basis and not truly on his low points, as he showcased what he deemed to be Keemstar's consistent hypocrisy and manipulativeness through several points throughout the video, with examples taken through his Twitter rants and Drama Alert. An example is how outwardly it may seem that Drama Alert is meant to be a non-biased news show, but in reality, the way Keemstar typically reports stories is based on the relationship with the other person. This, coupled with his constant instigation on Twitter to have creators appear on his show or continue to receive his mass spreading up rumors, painted Keemstar as an even more unfavorable person.
There are a lot of reasons to call Keemstar a hypocrite. I am going to focus on one reason, the reason that I find most compelling.
My objective isn't go destroy their life on Drama Alert. I don't use my platform that way. You know how they've been contacting me saying that you've been dating some, 14-year-old French girl and shit? Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. Let me know, because I got fucking files on top of files to swing back at. I don't use my platform that way. Because I got fucking files on top of files to swing back at.
Well, that was extremely blatant. You said you don't use your platform that way, but then you threatened to use your platform that way.
That's right.
But iDubbbz, the Keemstar Twitter account and Drama Alert are two separate entities.
I try to keep my show fair and balanced, but on Twitter, I'm gonna give my opinion.
I heard you're a pedophile. 14-year-old French girl? Pedophile. I have the taste of pedophile come in my mouth. I'm on the hunt. Thinking about it logically. You want big YouTubers to come onto your program after you harass them on Twitter, so how are you going to get them to come on your program? Oh, I know. You suggest that if they don't come on your program, they're not innocent.
The situation turns out where a big YouTuber comes on because he's innocent.
Of course, that's just part one. We got to think about the second part logically as well. If you are a small YouTuber, you're going to get a big fucking sub boost from it. And guess what? I won't let you fucking forget it. I will hold that shit over your head. If you fucking blink in my direction, I'm gonna hold that shit over your head.
Along with other examples of Keem's hypocrisy and explaining Keemstar's general aggression, iDubbbz also succeeded in making it entertaining in a way that while it did carry many serious points, it also served to mock Keemstar. Because the first about 4 or so minutes of the video is him tracking down and wrestling a garden gnome. Although that incident wasn't started by iDubbbz, it was solidified by him, which is why enemies of Keem still refer to him as a garden gnome. As for the effect that this video had on Keemstar's channel, if we look at Social Blade for that time, we can see that it did absolutely nothing. In fact, Keemstar gained more subscribers than usual around this time.
Yep.
But as the video got more and more viewership, its influence started to take effect. The big difference this time, to the many other times the masses have gone against Keemstar, is that now his influence with friends started turning on him. How it's usually remembered is that iDubbbz's content cop was the sole instigator in this situation. But the reality is, there were already many exposés attacking Keemstar prior to iDubbbz's video. His video was just the straw that broke the camel's back. The next biggest exposé video on Keemstar came out a little over a month later by Pyrocynical, an ex-friend of Keem's.
Star also does this really cancerous thing where he'll accuse someone of something or make something up, and then when he's called out, he'll say that someone told him or people have been telling him, which basically gives him a line of defense for some bullshit that he just made up 5 minutes ago.
Pyro is threatening. By the way, I can open my window now. I think the sun just finally passed, which I'm very excited for because it's going to cool the office down. Hold on. Right away. Yes. You guys have no concept. You have no concept of what a difference it makes simply to have my window open in my office. It allows fresh air in here. And of course, I'll change my webcam. But it allows tons of fresh air in here. Yeah. And now I can cool down. I've been hot almost all day as the sun's been out. Now it's going down. Like, yes. Yes. And no, I don't have central air. I wish I did. It costs too much to install it here in Washington State. So I have air conditioners, but I already took them out. It's fall. I'm like, oh, it's not going to be warm. Oh, yeah, full sun all week. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's continue.
Me with all this shit on Skype because I showed his picture.
play that again.
You know how they've been contacting me saying that you've been dating some, like, 14-year-old French girl and shit? Dating some, like, 14-year-old French girl and shit? 14-year-old French girl and shit? 14-year-old French girl and shit?
Now, if any of you didn't notice that, he just deliberately lowered the age. Now, originally, this alleged girl was 15, and now Keemstar has lowered the age to 14, probably to make it sound even more impacting and incriminating. And guess what? Later on stream, he lowered the age again to say the girl was now 13, and on top of that, basically insinuating that I was a pedophile.
Pyro was trying to hook up with a 13-year-old girl from France, alright? That he was technically like a pedo or a weirdo or something, right?
So this man has lied about the age of this girl on 2 separate occasions, and knowing Keemstar, this girl will probably be an embryo by next week.
Weirdly enough, this video is almost exactly the same length of Idos's content cop. But as for the video itself, beyond the changing of mood towards Keemstar, this video seemed to have been instigated by Keem's constant rumor spreading on Pyrocynical, as seen in the video. Also, Keem tweeted out Pyro's face, which was mostly unknown at the time. Mostly unknown because a few months back, Pyro's face was revealed with consent on a video that got over 1 million views, something that Pyro failed to mention. As for what caused the falling out in their friendship, Keemstar, whenever he hears that someone said something bad about him to any degree, he will usually go on offense. And that's where things usually snowball. A small criticism towards Keem, if it's said behind his back, can turn into a feud that will last several years. The difference now is that Keemstar was being watched very closely, and he couldn't get away with attacking other creators as viciously as he could before. Also, with Pyro's video coming out, Keemstar was finally starting to bleed subscribers, and he was weakened enough for other, less effective Keemstar expose videos to be made, which is typical for any sort of cancellation. Or even those with the smallest interaction with the council person will make their own video to rake in views and add more to the massive amount of noise already being made. But the extreme levels of videos being made against Keemstar became exhausting extremely fast, as it almost became a meme to post a Keemstar expose video, due to the fact that many of these ineffective videos recycled Keemstar's old but popular controversial clips. There were also some that covered lesser-known clips, like when Keemstar fought someone, or him shoving ice cream in what he claims to be a child actor's face. A skit done for the Bad Kids cast that Keem actually refused to upload because he later saw how bad it made him look, but Blade uploaded it anyway. As for what many saw as the most distasteful of these lesser-known clips was Keemstar, during a beef with content creator Total Biscuit, said that he can't wait to report on his death.
Can't wait to report death!
Though Keem said it in jest, these words stuck with many, as Total Biscuit several months ago announced that he was suffering from a terminal cancer.
Wow!
Back to the cancellation itself, one of, if not the worst part of this for Keem, was having his close friends betray him. The worst offender being Leafy, who admittedly distanced himself from Keemstar as a business decision.
These past few months, he's honestly just gone fucking insane. Here's a perfect example. A certain YouTuber by the name of Colossal is Crazy made a tweet saying he's gonna make a video about Keemstar. And how does Keemstar respond to this? Get this. By threatening to release his personal info on where he fucking lives. You're obsessed with me. I have a portfolio of all your tweets mentioning me. When your pickle video hits, expect a response. Docs too.
No, wait, how? Again, I have to say this, and maybe you guys know better. You know what I mean? How did he get away with this? Doxing, alright, is against terms of service. Of all of these websites that he uses, it's against Twitter, it's against YouTube, it's against the rules. He outright is saying it publicly. It's not even like he contacted the guy with a private message or email and said, I'm going to dox you if you do this. He's doing it publicly. How is he still on the internet? You know? This is just insanity. How does he keep getting away with it?
Thanks for checking out the stream. We're just exploring ancient Greece right now. Just getting rid of some check mark areas, or question mark areas.
Because now we're getting into the territory of like, yeah, at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if like the next story is, you know, Keemstar ran into Buckingham Palace and punched the Queen in the face. God rest her soul before she passed, you know, and then he took, set the fucking the Louvre on fire, and you know what I mean? Like, how did he's literally, it's like another thing that's not allowed, and everything, you know, another thing, like, what is going on? He literally says to a guy, I'm going to dox you when you release your video publicly on Twitter, and he's okay, he's fine now. Wow. Well, anyway, the good thing here about this is, you know, people actually said to me today, they said, are you afraid that Keemstar will do something for you for doing this react? First of all, this video is old. It's been out for many, many months. Tons of people have already reacted to this or other things similar to it. The damage of someone reacting to this kind of shit has already been done. It's not like I'm a close friend of his who's going to put out this content or whatever. You know what I mean? And basically, no, I'm not afraid. Number one, what's he going to do to me? Right? He's gonna freaking dox me. I've been doxed. Everyone knows my address. Everyone knows my phone number. You know, everyone knows my emails. You know, everyone knows my shit already. I've been doxed out the ass, left, right, up, down, all around. You know, I don't know what else he could possibly do to me. So I'm not worried. Some people are like, what about false copyright strikes? Well, I'm watching someone else's documentary. This isn't even his content. This is creative content of June the King, who I obtained express permission beforehand that I could react to. And in fact, I told June earlier this week, I said, hey, just so you know, later this week I'm reacting. He was ecstatic. He was like, wow, this is cool. I'm glad that you told me. Thank you for telling me, and I'm curious to actually hear your take on all of this stuff. So, you know, no, I'm personally not afraid at all of anything that he would do, but at the same time, it seems like in 2016, so you're talking 6 years ago, it was like, God forbid you try to cross Keemstar, he'll come slit your throat in your sleep, right? Holy shit. And he'll say he'll do it on Twitter and get away with it, apparently. I mean, I can't believe we just saw that tweet. Okay.
Bashverse, the content creator with a troubled past that Keemstar later helped build up, jumped on the bandwagon of Keemstar hate, which crushed Keem even further.
On to lawyers in Kentucky, and we've asked about taking
One
this
second,
to court.
I'm gonna
They have absolutely
open
no
my window,
idea
I
about the
think.
internet. Every time I've gone to a legal representative, they're absolutely blown away that people can make money off of YouTube. That's how out of the loop they are. Me and Clara need help, like so much freaking out right now. And we don't know what else to do or where to turn. Last time we tried to do this, somehow Keemstar found out and then threatened to spread more rumors about random girl.
So he went back to Basher again? This is years later? I'm not Rain Martin introduction, but I'm back again on the 2 interviews with underage girls and chat logs. I had nothing to do with since you want to see him and get ready to get KO. Huh? So he literally went back again to Basher, even after he had teamed up with Basher to essentially, like, slander Basher's ex-girlfriend. They went back again, did this again? Again, how do people put up with this? Like, aren't you bored at this point? Right? Like, he's always going in circles with the same shit over and over. How are you not bored? I don't know. Again, I would never, in reality, I would never be watching this guy's content. I'm not his target audience for sure. I have enough shit going on in my life. I don't need extra drama. But, oh my God, who could keep watching this? I don't know.
To destroy me. If you wish to help us, please spread this video. I need someone in legal to see this and help us, because we have no idea how to go about this or even where to start. We love every single one of you who have stuck by our sides this whole time and never left. So, seriously, thank you.
Hey, listen, Basher. Here's the problem. Is that you thought you were a fucking genius manipulator. But someone's better than you. Because I got you to talk about me. And to let your audience know about my existence for months. And once they knew who I was, then I released this video. So many people know about this subject and my point of view of it than ever before. Because I got you to react to me. And I got you to play victim to me. And I got you to pander to your audience. Now that they're paying attention,
You eat the camera?
this whole forget him and ignore him would have worked if you would have done it right away. But now that you haven't, I got your fans' attention. How good of a manipulator.
To give us some more insight on Keem's own controversies, this cancellation, and a bit of context of future things Keem would go through, I interviewed content creator Tommy C. SFTP, who would later host a podcast with Keem.
Considering what Basher had done, that Keem was responsible for rejuicing him, and he rejuiced him because he felt like he was getting kind of a raw deal from his girlfriend. I think he thought maybe, I don't know the details of, whatever had happened when he was a kid. He was 18, 19 years old. Maybe that was a mistake. We'd find on that there would be a pattern, but we didn't know this at the time. And certainly Keem didn't know that at the time. It was a give and take relationship. They both got a lot more famous. It's one of the greatest stories in drama alert history between him and Basher, and I could say that he was personally hurt when Basher, and like I said, during the leak, he said, I need money because Keem was the most hated person on the internet to go sue Keemstar, and it was probably a scam of some sort. He never did, and he disappeared off the internet until about 2019. Disappeared again and unfortunately passed away recently.
There is no doubt that Keem would now be on edge and even more defensive when it comes to his inner circle after this betrayal. As to show the collaborative efforts against Keemstar, Leafy, Power Cynical, Grady Underray, Bags and Idub's videos got views in the multi-millions.
Right.
Keem did make efforts to fix his image by justifying and apologizing for his actions in a 51-minute video uploaded to Drama Alert in June of 2016. First, Keemstar addresses one of the biggest, earliest expose videos by a channel that goes by Chosen.
That's right, encouraging suicide.
This already highlights a massive problem with the video Keem is making. He does address many of his mistakes, like when he dogs the content creator's Skype, or other lesser-known rants where Keemstar is trolling and insulting other people while using things like their race to attack them, or how he reported false allegations that hurt Toby Turner's channel severely. Though he fails to address everything. But it's not like these expose videos did a much better job, as most of them were poorly made and lacked much context and research. But with Keemstar's style of video, everything needed to be addressed and put out there. Like in the beginning of Chosen's video, there's a Twitter screenshot of Scare saying Keemstar DM'd him his parents' house dress. And with there being much evidence of Keemstar doxing in the past, his intentions were most likely not good here. At least that's what we can go off of because Keem never addressed it. He does address the Alex situation, but more importantly, the clip of saying he hates his fans, which he says was a joke, but it's actually more probable that he doesn't remember the situation. So, I think what I noticed, right, at least Keem confuses timelines a lot, so that became satirical. That initial clip was like what started it all, and what happened was because like Keem makes a bunch of like trolling videos, then he started doing trolling online through live stream, and then like fans kept like joining in and being assholes and ruining like the whole trolling thing. So because he couldn't troll like fans because they were on it, right?
Well, I showed that video to him in 20.
Thank you very much, Jade. Thank you, because I was watching. I was just trying to figure out what's going on there. Jade, just sent me a $40 tip. Thank you so much, Jade. So I'm so sorry about all the trolls recently. I hope that this helps. Thank you so much, Jade. It does. Thank you so very much. This is we did $30 animation for that one. Joy, it was only the second time we're seeing this. Oh God, that's. Oh, that is scary as shit. That is pretty scary. That is pretty bad. Thank you. Thank you, Jay, for the $40 tip. So with that, we actually are now at 317. Oops. And so, because we've hit yet another milestone here today, and I appreciate all of everyone's support. Thank you so much, Jade. That is actually the second biggest contribution of the day, actually. So thank you for that. You guys get to pick if you want to see me swap hats again. Now I just swapped the cowboy hat to this one. Should Phil swap hats again? No, keep the Los Santos cap. Yes, go to the beret. yes, put on the fake hair hat, or yes, the Punisher beanie. There you go. Up to you guys. You vote. Thank you so much, Jade. I appreciate that. Alright, so I guess what's happening is 2016 is the year when Keem is now under attack by everyone, right? Like, everyone is crapping on him. Even his friends, people who thought he was his friends, are coming out and saying, nah, he's a scumbag, he's manipulative, don't trust him, he's a junk person. And, June the King is doing research in the video trying to get to the bottom of this, and basically saying, he always confuses timelines. People will accuse him of something, but then he'll say it was a different date or it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So basically, not only does he manipulate other people to get what he wants, but then he manipulates reality when people call him out on his manipulating, right? Oh no, this happened like this and this, but it's not how it happened, right? By the way, hold on, there's a giant bug on my window I gotta flick away. I know what kind of bug that is. It's one of those, what do you call them? Those beetles that, they look kind of funky. They're a little like pointed, and if you kill them, all of a sudden, they let out this odor, and all these other bugs show up. So I don't want to be in my window and accidentally getting in here. This happened a few years ago. There's a little hole in the bottom of my screen, and one of them got in here. I killed it, and I had like 20 bugs on my window after, so I'm not dealing with that tonight. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Is it a stink bug? Is that what they're called? See, I didn't even know they were officially called stink bugs. Okay. All right. So let's continue. People are now voting if they want to see me keep this hat on or not. All right. Let's continue. What the?
16, and I can attest to swear my kids. He said, I don't remember. I've made so much bullshit over the years. And this is what he said privately to me. I don't know when I said that.
Huh.
He's like, I keep seeing it, but at the time, he couldn't remember it. And then I had a fan approach me. He told me that he was on with Basher, and they were fooling around. And that clip is really out of context. That's what I've been told. I've never seen the evidence for it. But when that clip was floating around during the grade A under A and Leafy situation, he told me, and it sounded legitimate, and it wasn't a private phone call, that he simply didn't remember saying that. And he doesn't even know what it was from. That's what he told me.
This happens quite a bit with Keem, being that he's been on the internet for so long that his day-to-day activities can be difficult to remember because they're so packed full of dramatic events. So it's very believable that he genuinely believes he was joking when he later watched the video and is relying on others' information to fill in the blanks. But relying on others is a very dangerous thing to do online, or worse,
I'm gonna get some water really quick.
Channel, like what happened with Sir Tony Ray or the accusations against Power Cinema. It should be mentioned that prior to releasing this video, after losing 200,000 subscribers and Scarce being promoted so much as Keemstar's competitor that he gained 1 million subscribers, it was enough. And for what seemed to be the first time, Keemstar left the internet.
Really?
In the meantime, he had another content creator covering for him while he went on a retreat with close friends.
No, he's got my land!
So when he returned a little over a week later, he released that video, and for the most part the hate was dying down, or it was at least reduced to what it was prior to his retreat. This event almost fully got Keemstar off the internet, but on the other end, there were still many things keeping him on. Not just considering his passion for his news show, but also his podcast that went by the name Baited, hosted mainly by Keemstar. Colosso is praised.
I've never heard of this ever. Baited? I've never heard of this show in my life. I didn't even know he ever made it. Huh. Well, you guys said keep the
Thanks for checking out the stream.
Sounds good.
We're just
if you guys are wondering why I'm not saying that much,
checking out these question mark spots
and I
right
really
now.
don't have much to add to it. It's just like data dump, which is fine. It's good to learn. I can't comment unless I know what's going on. So, good data dump. I just wish there's really not really much else to, to say. So let's continue. We're waiting for the next controversy. Here we go.
That greatly opposed Keemstar, and Tommy C, who was the moderator. While we won't delve too much into this podcast, I will recommend Turkey Tom's video covering it. The main takeaways is that it helped Keemstar make amends with many content creators like Leafy is here that now have the shared experience of being the subject of a content cop. So a lot of hate jumped from Keemstar to Leafy. But refocusing to Keemstar and his post-cancellation, Keem claims that when he returned, he embraced the bias in his reporting.
Well, I got another tip. Did I? Nope. The last one was from Jade. There is no other tip since Jade. I'm not sure what you mean. Unless you mean, wait, was there a... No. I was going to look at the... No, nothing on the YouTube side either. Are you confused, No Sleep Real Vibes? I'm aware that Jade tipped. I already shouted it out. Okay. And no, it was not Keemstar who tipped. Darn.
In the end, it is his channel, and it can be understandable that things that he hyperfixates on are also the things he wants to report on. And now that all his dirty laundry was meticulously picked at by the internet for a month, viewers and creators had a full grasp of Keem, which gave him a unique immunity and power, because he now had everything out there, meaning that any future controversy would be much less impactful as it'd be placed alongside his list of previous controversies. And because he had so many of them, as grievous as doxing, there was little that could be said that would tarnish his image more than it already was.
Okay, so I get it. So basically what happened was, all of a sudden in 2016, a bunch of people started turning against him. So a lot of his closest friends kind of ganged up on him after that Content Cop video came out, and everyone, like public opinion, kind of turned against him. So he basically left the internet for about a week, came back, and after all the dust had settled and everyone had said anything about him that they'd said, he basically had nothing else to say. He stated what his piece, he left, comes back, he's like, that's it, we're done, back to business, right? So I guess at this point, it's kind of like, this is the line in the sand. If you already know everything that I've done, and you think it's so egregiously heinous, then don't watch me anymore. But I'm going to continue on making content, and now it's up to you to judge if it's worth it to keep watching or not, knowing everything you know about me that all these other people have said, right? That's what it seems like. So, it's an interesting perspective on a way to do it, rather than actually defending himself, which he did a little bit, but then he's like, well, forget it. It's indefensible. Like he said, the doxing shit and all that was indefensible. Now, here's the question. Right? All that stuff happens. He defends himself or whatever. He leaves. He comes back. Now the question is thus. Will he learn? Will he have learned from all that crap that happened? And will he change the way he behaves? Will he change his attitude as a person? Will he stop the threats, the doxing, the toxic shit? Right? Or does he just go right back into his old ways? Let's find out.
Even viewers could appreciate that you can get a full grasp of Keemstar as opposed to the more clean-cut creators. And there is no doubt he brought more himself into Drama Alert. Regardless, YouTube was a dramatic mess all around in 2016. The viewers knew this, the content creators knew this, and it's been revealed that apparently YouTube knew about this too and were extremely worried about how it was negatively affecting the platform, and therefore the companies that advertised on it.
Right!
I got this information through an interview with Pescator, a seemingly controversial figure within the community that was the head of the Drama Alert news team from mid-2017 to 2019.
They had to call in a special little conference back then when it was Leafy and Keemstar were getting into it. That was real. They were almost they were almost going to delete their channels, or I think at least get rid of the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program thing. They were going to get rid of their AdSense, but they didn't at the time. Later on, they did it to Leafy, but Keem knew. He was smart enough to know, I've got to change. I've got to change with this platform. So he did. And, that's just the way it goes.
It could have been this that prompted Keemstar to release his mission statement, asking for a friendlier environment. But no matter what Keem did, he could not reach the viewership that he had in the earlier months of 2016, as his views were dropping drastically through the end of the year, with his competitors' scares outperforming him every month.
Oh, wow.
Again, this is partly helped by him being boosted by other content creators as an alternative to Keemstar. By the start of 2017, though much of the drama around Keemstar had died down, it was very clear that his viewership was dying down along with it. So he had yet another problem in front of him. But instead of getting better, things just got worse. Worse than his competition was scarce, and worse than having to rebuild his drama alert team. As many remember, 2017 was the year of the apocalypse.
Yep.
Because the drama that 2016 was remembered for, and the edgy humor that bled into the beginning months of 2017, was made all the more worse when traditional news networks covered PewDiePie, who was doing things that many consider to be highly controversial acts. At least on the surface level. This and other questionable actions across YouTube had many advertisers leaving in panic. The end result was content creators' videos getting demonetized en masse, as YouTube was experimenting with its new algorithm meant to promote and monetize family-friendly videos. And because they really needed to build the confidence of advertisers back up, they erred on the side of extreme caution. So many channels that lacked truly controversial content saw their paychecks being slashed. Keemstar himself saw only 10% of the revenue he would usually get. Where many creators quit, took breaks, or reformatted their content, Keemstar kept going, and actually for this time period, fully removed ads off his videos so that the smaller YouTubers could get the small amount of advertisements flowing through YouTube. But there was still a benefit in this for Keem, and that was other creators, mainly Scarce, were struggling too, to the point that Scarce stopped making videos for 2 months. Though Scarce says he left because of family issues, Keemstar says it was most likely the money. While it might seem reasonable that during your worst performing months, money-wise, would be opportune for a break, this was actually the absolute worst time that Scarce could have left. And
now hold on, because he's going to get into this, but what I would like to do is, finally,
thanks for checking out the stream. We're just checking out these question mark areas.
And how badly did it affect creators?
Filling up the rest of the map, basically.
Okay, so for those of you, there may be some people, if you can believe it, out there who don't know who I am. I can't imagine. But I'm someone who's been around for 14 years. And I'm one of the most prolific long-term YouTubers there's been, meaning I have over 100,000 videos on YouTube right now as a result of me being back in the formative years of improv commentary on gaming, quick reviews, stuff like that. And of course, I've definitely changed my model over the years. Now I'm a full-time streamer, very different model now. But back in the day, I used to upload a ridiculous amount of videos, each one of them monetized. And each video would be like 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long. In a day of like gaming, I would play 8 to 10 hours and upload, no exaggeration, 50, 60 videos in one day. Okay, each one getting individual ads and everything on it. Now what happened is over time YouTube changed. YouTube changed their algorithms to favor longer videos. Longer videos would get multiple ads while individual videos would only get one. Okay? So over time, I saw my profit dip. Essentially, when I started on YouTube, I was making a ton of money on ads. And then over time, it was gradually going down because all the ads were going to longer videos, while my ads were each video was getting one ad. To make a long story short, when the YouTube apocalypse hit in 2017, there was a series of things that happened with PewDiePie and others that basically advertisers said, we don't want our ads on YouTube anymore because YouTube does not know how to put our ads on appropriate content. When you got content creators like PewDiePie and others out there putting Nazi shit in their videos, saying the N-word in their videos, and then you slap our ads on Starbucks, Walmart. That's not representative of the audience they're trying to appeal to. There was also ads going everywhere. Like, for example, if you were a tiny YouTuber and you still had AdSense, you would still get ads on your videos, and a whole video I talked about how I hate a certain race. You get ads on it. YouTube didn't really do anything about it. They didn't police it. So essentially what ended up happening was, in 2017, a bunch of these advertisers grouped together and walked out. It was Starbucks, Walmart, I forget the other, the big three, because they were like the three biggest advertisers on YouTube. They just walked, okay? And then after that, many others followed suit. When you started seeing the Wall Street Journal and other major news outlets covering this story, a lot of other advertisers left too, okay? Now, overnight, no exaggeration, I saw my ad revenue go from what it was to 50%. And that was my living. I didn't have any streaming income or supplementary income. There was no crowdfunding. Besides, I did have a Patreon, but it was very small. It wasn't huge or anything like that. It was a small amount compared to what I was making on YouTube on a monthly basis, okay? But imagine now. Imagine you're going to work. Today you go to work, you're going to put in an 8-hour day. You do your same work, okay? You come home, and then you get your paycheck, and it's half of what it used to be. What the hell is this? I did the same work, same views, everything made the same. Yeah, because no ads. So you made half. That's what happened. And that was when I actually broke my partnership with Machinima, who I was partnered with. I was so angry with them, not getting the answers, not caring about the situation. I was like, I'm going to lose everything if you guys don't give me answers. And they treated me like a child, and I left. I wasn't part of them anymore. But here's the thing. When I tell you guys my revenue went down 50%, do you want to know why it was only 50%? Because I had, at that point, probably about 60,000, 70,000 videos on YouTube. At any given moment, one of my videos was being watched by someone, and I was making some ad revenue, okay? When you compare the style of video that these guys made versus what I did, it's dramatically different, and here's why, okay? Today, I do a playthrough of a hot new game. Today, it's going to be way more popular, it's going to get lots of views, but maybe 5 years later, someone wants to watch a playthrough of the game, they'll still watch it, right? Who the hell is going to watch a drama alert video from 2016 in 2022? Why do I care about the drama 6 years ago? I care about the drama today. I want new drama. So once these guys make their one video a day and they make their ad revenue, they're on to the next day to make the next video. That's where their money comes from. Content hitting once a day. Me, I got an insane amount of residual views coming in from old videos, and all of them were monetized. So even though ad revenue went down by half, and it was terrible, and I just definitely had to change who I was. I had to become a streamer. For these guys, their ad revenue went down by 90%. Because no one watches their old shit. So who the hell is going to make money on any old videos from these guys? No one. They'll make nothing. They might as well, after a week of their content being out, they might as well delete it from the fucking internet. Because no one goes back to watch the old shit. That's the difference between my style of content and theirs. Mine is kind of universal. You're interested in seeing me play a game today, but you might be interested in seeing it in another 10 years. It's the same game. It's someone's perspective on that game. It's not, pertinent only to now because it's the drama from today, right? Who is going to say, I just discovered Keemstar. Let's start watching Drama Alert from 2014 and watch it day-by-day episodes all the way for the next 6-7 years. Who's going to do that? You just want to watch from today, right? That's it. So that was the problem with these guys. Their model was not ready for any kind of a shift in ad revenue. So all of a sudden you started hearing these horror stories of these YouTubers who had built actual businesses, empires. They had 20, 30 employees under them. And their business went out of business because the ad revenue removed from YouTube. They couldn't do anything. Now, this is why today you see so many YouTubers like June himself has a paid promotion in this video. I don't blame it. Ad revenue is so bad on YouTube today compared to how it used to be. I mean, just to give you some perspective, I had no tips, I had no super chats, no memberships, nothing. It was just ad revenue, and I was paying for everything. I was paying for my mortgage, my car, my move across this country. Everything was. I was rolling in dough when the ad revenue was sky high, and then YouTube essentially just kind of squandered it. They didn't know how to maintain that level, and it ruined the site for content creators in a lot of ways. So, if 2016 was the golden year for these drama creators, 2017 was the end of the way of operating like that. And I think what ended up happening was, as you'll see, you might see Keemstar has 1 million sponsors now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way they can maintain. Now, in the case of Keemstar, he's already rich. He's already sold the shitty Minecraft knockoff. He sold the hand-floating game that knocks over things, right? He's made money. He's diversified his money. Smart. He diversified his money, so even if Drama Alert fails and you can't make ad revenue, he can still keep doing it, and it's not a big deal. So, again, I will compliment him a third time. I think this is the third time now I'm complimenting him in this documentary. He did the smart thing. By diversifying himself and not having all his eggs in one basket, when the adpocalypse hit, he turned his ads off, not give a shit. Good on you. Good on you for having that ability. A lot of people did not. A lot of people, that was their living, that was their livelihood, that was their business, and they were going out of business. I'm sorry, I have to lay off my whole workforce because I'm not making any ad revenue anymore. You know? It's fucking terrible. So anyway, that's the difference, because you've probably heard me over the years say, my revenue was halved overnight. It was, because I had 80,000 videos that were from a 10-year period bringing in views. These guys have only their new videos getting them views, so they're losing 90% of their revenue when the ads go away, while I still get, more consistency in the ad diversifying across all my content, you see. It was a little different. But anyway, that was one of the situations where I was lucky, because it could have been a lot worse for me if I was a content creator like them, putting out one video a day only pertinent to that day, as opposed to having kind of content that could be watched, kind of universally over time, you see. Okay. There you go. I don't know, a little tangent. Let's continue with the adpocalypse and how it affected everyone. Here we go.
And that's because of the violent invasion of YouTube. With that platform shut down, many of those creators migrated to YouTube, and among those was Jake and Logan Paul. Drama machines that bounced off each other and captivated millions of children while simultaneously annoying millions of adults. Though the commentary community was still in a bit of a rut, they could all agree on their hatred for the Paul brothers. But not Keemstar. His first video covering Jake was on the Everyday Bro song that introduced Jake to the majority of YouTube. This video's performance was mediocre, but then he covered him again, and again, and again, for about 7 videos in a row, only interrupted by a video saying that he won't be on Drama Alert for a few days. And for the first time in a year, Keem's channel was on a climb. Prior to Jake Paul, his videos were getting about 500,000 views. Post Jake Paul, he was getting 1 million to 3 million views per video, just in time for ads to stabilize a bit more, turn them back on, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. As for how this affected the content itself, it's no secret that Jake Paul harbored a younger audience of children and young teenagers. Possibly in response to this, Keemstar was more animated and less vulgar, which went perfectly when adapting to Jake's younger audience. This also went hand in hand with being more family-friendly. Though Drama Alert was outperforming Scarce significantly view-wise when he came back in July, Scarce still had about 1 million more subscribers than him. But just 3 months later, with content packed with the Paul Brothers drama, Drama Alert passed Scarce. But let's look at the bigger picture. Let's take a look at the global news rankings on YouTube for this time. A capture for August 29, 2017 shows Drama Alert, according to Social Blade, outperforming CNN, Fox, MSNBC, CBS, Fox News, and BBC News. Also many other traditional and non-traditional news channels. There was no argument. Drama Alert was back, and it was back on top.
Yeah, but how? And again, how? How is Keemstar the most successful? He sold a Minecraft ripoff. He sold a game with a floating arm that knocks things over, and he advertised Logan and Jake Paul when Vine was shut down and they moved to YouTube. Like, these are his claim to fame. These are his most successful moments. Like, he's not, June the King is not making this up. I can make a list of things he's good at, and none of them are being a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Let's continue.
Peaking at 61 billion views a month showed again that Keemstar's persistence had once again paid off. While many of these videos covering the drama around Jake Paul were just quick retelling of his videos, there was quite a bit of interviews and information gathered behind the scenes that allowed Drama Alert to get exclusive information and also get stories out faster than other channels.
But there was a time where it was nothing to get 10,000 new subs off a video just about Jake Paul being in his house and,
taking a dump.
What girls came by.
Picking his nose.
It was crazy, man. We had inside sources along that whole road. I actually had, I talked with the lady across the street from the house and courted her as an asset, and every day she would tell me exactly what's going on. One morning she...
So literally, Keemstar went from, I am the guy who covers internet drama about content creators, celebrities, etc., and he became Teeny Bopper, right? Like, literally, Teeny Bopper. That's what it is. He's like Teen Popper magazine, where it's just fluff garbage about fluff garbage people and fluff garbage content, fluff garbage shit. So he's not causing drama anymore. He's just a teen magazine now. And all he did is he didn't appeal to any audience that he already had. He appealed to a brand new audience of people who were moving over from Vine. Interesting. Really interesting. This is getting even more interesting the further in we get.
She called me up, she DM'd me and she said, how much would y'all pay me for a picture of all of Team 10 lined up on the wall with the cops? I said, we don't pay for stories. That's one thing we don't do. If you want to give it to us, we'll credit you, whatever. And she said, okay. She sent me that picture of all of Team 10 lined up against the wall with that guy Nick turned when they got swatted. It was one of the greatest pictures I'd ever seen as far as, scandalous. And we put that as a thumbnail, and he did the whole story. He doesn't like doing swatting stories, but he did a story on that, and I remember that video went bonkers. It was like almost 3 million views.
You would think that one of these drama-oriented videos would have been Keemstar's most viewed video of 2017. No. That position belongs to the rehashing of his 2012 hit, Dollar in the Woods.
What?
Fitting the dramatization of the diss tracks floating around at the time, this video eventually got up to 11 million views. As silly as it was, it really helped encapsulate how Keem, in a year's time, went from being one of the most hated creators on the internet to still being a hated creator, but also achieving a sort of meme status as his character was becoming more well-known and accepted throughout the online community.
So basically what it is he made fun of himself, acknowledging that song back then was so stupid, but he made a parody of like diss track videos that were all over the internet at the time. So he did something creative. He did something creative once. Wow. I'll give him credit again. That's the fourth time I'm giving him credit. He did something creative and different. Okay? Poking fun at yourself, but poking fun at others at the same time, becoming popular in the... Okay? 11 million videos. 11 million views, excuse me.
As hated as he was, he still had more character, energy, and a talent to entertain that most content creators could hope to have. He was partly a reality star of YouTube, who gained even more respect from the community when in December of 2017, he interviewed a swatter whose phone call got someone killed.
Oh, I remember this.
This sounds horrible, as Keemstar gave a platform to someone like that. But the truth was, Keem and his team had the intention of bringing this person on to get them to confess on the show.
And then get him arrested.
To Keem's surprise, it worked immediately.
So you swatted that address, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so you swatted the address, you put in the fake hostage situation, correct?
Yep.
And then this guy gets killed.
That's what happened.
But blindsided by this quick submission, Keem, as he claims, struggled to continue the interview, at least in an optimal state.
Quick update for those of you that might not know yet, the swatter has been arrested, and my main objective with the interview was to get him to verbally confess to what took place. Like, that was my only goal, and I had all these strategies and all these techniques that I would pull the truth out of him. But as you saw in the interview, he verbally confessed to it, like, right off the bat, and then I was just lost. I got so much praise all around the world saying that I did a good job on the interview, but quite frankly, I did a really bad job. As soon as he gave me the confession, like, I didn't know where to go from there. I asked him about, do you have parents? He said he doesn't have parents. Like, there should have been a follow-up question, like, what do you mean? And then the guy just kept throwing me off by not being remorseful at all or sorry for what took place. I was just, like, at a loss for words. Like, my brain...
But the following day, Keemstar brought the welcome news that the swatter was arrested, ending the episode by promoting a GoFundMe for the family that fell victim to the swatting.
That interview. Now, I want to let my audience know that there is a GoFundMe to help pay for funeral expenses for the family of the victim. That link is the top link in the description of this video.
Even if there was a bit of opposition against Keemstar for monetizing that interview and bringing a swatter on a platform, the majority of viewers appreciated the intention and action of helping get a swatter behind bars, as this is regarded as one of the best things Drama Alert has ever done, ending a strong year with strong action. Moving on to 2018, while it still did well viewership-wise, no individual month came close to surpassing Drama Alert's peak month the year prior. But if it wasn't obvious then, it was by May 2018 that Keemstar had several revenue streams, and as he expanded them, Drama Alert was an ever-decreasing stream compared to the money he was receiving from his other ventures, namely Friday Fortnite. What many accepted to be the first competitive Fortnite competition that was to happen weekly, with the prize pool increasing with each weekly airing. Though the specifics of the rules of the tournament are not of extreme importance to this video, the controversies and success of it are. As for how this happened, Keem has always delved into competitive gaming and gaming teams. Some projects were more successful than others, but Friday Fortnite was his biggest success thus far in that field. It may have been even influenced by his newly adapted audience of children and teenagers that tuned in for his continued coverage of the Paw Brothers.
Exactly.
Regardless, the problems with the tournament came with Keem's operation of it. One that is objectively not fair. One operates for the sake of entertainment and not to see who was the top Fortnite player. As contention began building when Keemstar stated that these events were made for just that, entertainment. He was not seeking the best Fortnite players, but rather the most entertaining ones, and the ones that he mostly had a good repertoire with. His Twitter post explaining this did not please the many that were good at the game, but lacked the size to compete, creating a rich get richer controversy until Fortnite started hosting their own competitive events. Still following the format of rhyming a weekday with the game came other successful competitions that pitted popular YouTubers and streamers alike, like Minecraft Mondays, that was officially established in 2019. This, like its many predecessors, pulled in millions of unique viewers across several streams, and also towards the sponsorships of the events like G Fuel.
So this is, again, I don't like doing this, but I have to give him credit. Again, he basically realized, right, that what he was doing was still popular, but look what he had to do. When the apocalypse happened, he changes. Yes, he was still doing
Okay, now I'm going to get water.
Just waiting for a chance to purge, were you?
Paul Brothers coverage guy for a bunch of teenagers and kids. Then, look what's the hottest thing out there right now. Fortnite. Let's start doing Fortnite sponsored tournaments. It's like, wait a minute, dude. You're the dude who literally every day was doing drama content about pedophiles and this shit. Now you're doing game tournaments for children? Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a huge shift. But number one, you got to understand a few quick things here. Hello, Easy Peasy. Welcome. Thank you. Nice words. I'm glad to see you having a good day today. Number one, Keemstar's rich from various different sources. He can do whatever he wants, right? Unlike a lot of other people who don't have that flexibility, right? He can do it literally, I don't care. If he tries a venture, if he did Fortnite Fridays and it failed after 3 attempts or something, what does he care? I put a little bit of money on it or whatever. Back to the grind, back to doing the things that do work, until he comes up with his next idea, right? When you have money, you can do that. Life is a lot less restrictive, and really there's no risk when you have money. You know what I'm saying? When you are normal, like you and I, or most of you, because I'm assuming that most of you are not filthy rich like this guy, everything is a risk, everything is a chance, everything is a shot in the dark, everything can be very concerning, right? Like, for me, changing from being an on-demand content creator to a full-time streamer in 2017 when the apocalypse happened was a very huge jump and gamble for me. That could have literally been the absolute positive end of me as a content creator. I wouldn't have been shocked if I did fail and disappear at that point. It was tough for me to adapt from just sitting here and playing as if no one's watching and just doing commentary to, wow, I have a live audience of people talking to me right now in chat. I have to read, I have to acknowledge, I have to shout out, I have to do this, I have to have conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, basically what we're going through is, here's Keem's biggest successes, and good on him for having this ingenuity to change himself of who he was, but it's all based on the fact that he was already rich from stupid shit, like selling a fucking Minecraft knockoff, right? And all their dumb shit. Like, it all spawned from silliness. And that silliness that never should have been successful allowed him to have the freedom and success in life to do all these amazing things. Let me tell you something. This man likely has never, in the last 10 years, went to sleep worried about money. You know what I mean? Ever since that Minecraft game sold or whatever, that was it. He never had to worry about where's the next paycheck coming from or whatever. You know, he got out of that, and that's it. Now it's the opposite life, right? But the thing is, do you think he really realizes how lucky he is? I don't know. Like he's so lucky to be in that life because it could have definitely went another way. It went horribly for him. You know, it seems like a lot of things aligned. The stars aligned. The planets rotated just the perfect way for him to have his successes like he's had. The apocalypse happens, but he's rich. So he decides to refocus on the Paul brothers, and it works. Like, what? Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Wow. But it works. So now I have money, so we jump on the gaming viral trends. Oh, everyone's playing Fortnite? I'll do Fortnite Fridays. Oh, it works. It blows up. He makes tons of money. Alright, you know, and by the way, yes, obviously you can tell, I'm not going to lie, I'm jealous. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be jealous? If I had had that level of success, if I hadn't had the harassment and fall off of attention and the insane amount of toxicity thrown towards me that I've had in the last decade, you know, I very well could have been like this, where I had flexibility in my life to do whatever I wanted. I don't have that. You know what I mean? I just don't. People were like, oh, you have the great cushy job. It's like, yeah, but I barely make ends meet half the time. So it's not really cushy. It's more happy I get to do what I love, but I don't have a night where, like, I'm not, well, I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow, right? With him, he doesn't give two fucks, right? Why would he care? Pretty crazy. It's a different perspective on life, for sure. But again, I'll give him credit. He's looking at trends. He's jumping on trends. He's capitalizing on the trends. Why can he do that? Because there's no risk. There's only possible reward. He's already rich, so who cares if it fails? Just go back and do something else. People like me can't do that. People like you can't do that. You can't just drop everything you're doing at a whim and do something different with your life. You got to pay your bills, right? We're all in the same boat here, but he's not. It's pretty crazy. Okay, let's continue.
Arguably the largest and most memorable sponsor of Keemstar that can be found through a multitude of Keem's projects. But in reality, this is not the actual timeline. A timeline where Keemstar's biggest controversy between 2018 and 2019 was that the selection of creators who starred in his video game competition was biased was not the biggest controversy of this time. There are two major controversies that happened between them, one significantly lesser known than the other. So we'll cover the lesser known one first, and to do that we'll have to talk about the person at the center of it, Just Destiny, known now as Mori. While we won't delve too much into this situation, I will recommend Nicholas Diorio's video where he gives a detailed rundown on what happened. For the sake of brevity, we'll give a quick rundown. Back in February of 2019, Just Destiny was, and still practically is, known as a Leafy clone. But unlike Leafy, he's just focused on daytime television like many other channels around him. Through this, Just Destiny was able to get 1.7 million subscribers.
Wow!
So in the YouTube creator community, he was cemented as one of those many channels filling in the hole Leafy left. But he began to get much unwanted attention when his thumbnails came into question. Usually clickbaiting kids and teenagers that starred in these television programs. While those questioning his choice of thumbnails were relatively small, they grew ever in size when he abused YouTube's copyright system to strike down a channel, calling him a predator. Not only was this blatant abuse of the copyright system, Lieutenant Cobra, the channel struck, followed fair use to a T. Lieutenant Cobra was also a very, very small channel that was hosted by a 15-year-old. There are many aspects about this entire situation that made Lieutenant Cobra's video extremely unbelievable, and would have been relatively unknown if Just Destiny let it be. He even went as far as to send over a cease and desist. Many creators already having issues with Just Destiny's personality had even more of a reason to hate him, as sending illegitimate takedown requests are among one of the worst things a creator could do to another creator in the online realm. So an already established group of smaller creators took it upon themselves to combat this and spread the words of his abuse. This was a group that also opposed Keemstar, which was practically the entire purpose of the group, which was to grow without Keemstar's influence. But their hatred of Just Destiny was greater than their hatred for Keem. So they let him in with a pretense that he would help take down this copyright abuser. And things went really, really well at first, as Keem invited Just Destiny on a show where he was able to easily counter Just Destiny's points and made it clear that he made a massive mistake by targeting the smaller channel that, though he was slandering him, chose the wrong route to silence him. But there was a bit of a slip-up on Keem's part when he asked,
It seems really weird to me. It's like, from the outside looking in, Like, it makes me have to ask this question. Like, do you touch kids?
Oh my god. Really?
But do you? Do you touch kids?
Keem, stop asking ridiculous questions.
Usually when Keemstar paints someone as a predator, he does so on Twitter, and does it a bit more passively. But him asking the question outright and so sudden made his tactic where he slanders other parties by spreading rumors a bit too obvious. Maybe it was this that reminded the audience of what kind of person Keemstar could be,
I'm tuckering
or the
myself
general
out.
disapproval of the interview caused
Tucker
Keem
Carlson
to lose
style.
3,000 subscribers. While Keem and other creators were able to get Just Destiny to remove the strike and walk back his actions, this wasn't enough for Keem as he lost, even in the smallest way possible. So like he does with other situations, he snowballed this into something regrettable. But not yet for Keem, as Keem's tactics of painting Just Destiny as a predator worked to an extent, and was able to enlist the help of this group of content creators to be able to gather his personal information for the sake of exposing his potential predatory past. That was the narrative. Though things started to change.
There's a reason why I asked that. Nobody knows who JD is, Just Destiny. For all we know, he could be a registered sex offender. How would you know? He filed false legal documents to shut down a video of a 15-year-old kid poking fun at him, calling him a pedo. Why? Why would he do that? Does he touch kids? Huh.
And when Keem began doing things in the group that they would see as questionable, and that is leaking information.
What's his Skype name?
I'm going to send it to you right now. I don't want to really share his Skype name publicly with anyone. I don't want that getting out. But, I mean, I'll send it to you.
As Keem had information.
Okay, so what I'd like to do here, because we're in the middle of this, but I realize we're recording for another hour. I think what I want to do is split here, and probably the next part, I can't imagine it's going to be not the last. As you can see, there's only about 20 minutes left in the video. What's crazy about this is there's 20 minutes left, and there's things in this that haven't been discussed that are huge, that I'm wondering why they were left out. Maybe there wasn't enough concrete information one way or the other. I'm not. I like the lobby. I'm sitting on the couch, I'm relaxing, I'm kicking back.
What should the future deliver? Progress, innovation, discovery.
I'm here with my friends every day with all new game this week. Overwatch 2 starts Tuesday. Okay? Guys, thank you so much. I like the lobby. I'm sitting on the couch, I'm relaxing, I'm kicking back. I'm here with my friends. Yes!
Yo, I gotta get hooked up with, I know someone sent me... What the fuck is that about?
Try to relax your anus.
Were you guys on mute the entire time?
Francis.
Probably goes for $200, but I'm not positive. I mean, so many videos. Like, even way more than I have. You could probably make AI to have, like, a navigation system that sounds like Phil. I mean, fucking kill me, but it could happen. Yeah, rest in peace, Coolio. This is gonna be gross. Phil smacks. He does, he's a smacker.
Is this authentic Italian style pizza? Yes.
You could... Dick stroking Phil vlogs are edited so well. Sometimes you can't tell. Like, I don't really think he said that. I hope to God. Oh.
Today's moment.
It's like a prison commissary pizza.
This occasion. Why? Today, I'm doing a marathon of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles content. What do you eat when you're doing a Ninja Turtles marathon? You eat Vermunda cheese from under the foreskin. My wife like.
I love Dick stroking Phil so much.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. Yes. Likes that one? All the gooey, gooey, cheesy goodness, right? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying.
He edits like Tim and Eric do.
The Rock wood-fired pizza. This is essential.
That does not look cooked enough. Why is that cheese? I'm not just being, as a fat Italian from New York. Okay, you can't say, oh, it's the water out in Washington. That has nothing to do with the cheese not being cooked enough, Phil. That cheese is as white as my ass.
Essentially, the works. You got giant pieces of pepperoni.
That pepperoni is as big as Wings' nipples.
Look here. Look, listen. Black olive. You got ham. Yes, actually.
Oh! Got ham, Phil.
Oh,
yeah. You're getting Grandpa excited.
Little slices of ham are on here. Woo! Green pepper and onion. It's supposed to have mushroom.
Why is he making it like this is some fucking foreign delicacy? Dude, it's pizza. You can get this from fucking Domino's. You can get this from the actual Italian spot down the road. You can get this fucking anywhere. It's pizza. Why are you describing something that, like, 95% of at least the American population eats? Oh, God, fuck me.
Mushrooms. My wife hates mushrooms, so I took the mushrooms off of it.
Oh, no wonder why she cries. He did order pizza. That's pizza ordered. Like, it just doesn't, like, that cheese should have some browning to it, man.
Okay? It's seriously super heavy. Look at this. It's so heavy with toppings I can barely lift it.
Wait, hold on. What are you doing? Ferociously eating Richard's hairy ass. Set your nickname a generic white male with 2 breasts. I am now a generic white male with 2 breasts.
Thanks for checking out the stream. We're just checking out these question mark spots.
Yeah, dude, he tries like this.
We're
like,
600 meters
food
away.
that everyone has had at least a
one.
few times in their life. Like, it's just run of the mill.
Mostly it's just
like,
to
here, I'm
complete
going to have a peanut butter sandwich. Here, as you see there's the peanut butter, and then there's the jelly, and then there's the... Thanks, Phil! I had no idea what the fuck was in a peanut butter fucking sandwich. I had not a fucking clue. This is incredible content. This is the quality content I expect from a talented streamer such as you. Why don't you crack an egg and show me how to fucking do that too, and have a $200 tip skull for it? Jesus fuck.
I'll steal this horse.
I hate birds. God. Fuck birds.
This plate probably weighs over a pound. I'm not kidding.
Put your balls on it and make it weigh more. Right now. Put your balls there. Actually, my balls are itchy right now.
How big of a pizza do we get? Whatever their biggest size is. You gotta fucking get a bib and shit. Because it's like a thick ass cheese pie.
He looks like he's about to come.
Yes. La 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 la. Oh my god, it smells so good. The cool thing about this is, wood-fired pizza.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. Here's the thing: I'm not just shitting on the pizza because it's Phil. His reactions to anything are funny, and I'm sure it tastes fine. But like that needed like another probably 5 minutes in that wood fire oven because that cheese is not ready to launch, pal. It's not.
Is not greasy. I'm gonna repeat myself. Wood-fired pizza is not greasy.
No, it can be greasy, and that also, the cheese probably didn't have time to release the grease because it's not cooked enough, Phil.
It's just like fresh. It is, in my opinion, out of all the pizza out here, it's the best pizza. Is this authentic Italian-style pizza? No. But I live in Washington State. This is pretty much the best pizza you can get here. Without further ado, I'm hungry as hell, and I want to eat, so I'm going to. Ready? Your first bite.
On this episode of watching a middle-aged man eat mundane shit. Nah, that at least needs 20 minutes max. No, it's not raw. I'll give you a 5 to 10, but you put that in for 20. That would come out looking like a fucking looking like coal. I guess we could argue too. Are we really getting this technical, Isaiah? We could argue the oven temperature as well. I'm not a culinary chef by any means, but I dug too far. I thought you were saying you dug for farts.
Rock, pride, and joy.
Yeah, more proof that's not cooked enough. That should not be, even with the vegetables, that should, you shouldn't have to smack it like a flaccid dick on your tongue. Oh, this is the hottest thing ever.
Oh, that's so good. All those veggies, cheese is delicious, and a lot.
Yeah, man, he does smack a lot. Why is he such a smacker?
A lot of seasoning in there too.
Bro, you don't know a good pizza. That does not look appetizing.
Absolutely delicious. I got a little bit of the meat that time. I think it was the ham. Salty. Cheese is so good. Actually has flavor to it. Unlike the cheese they use at fast food pizza places. This is not fast food at all. It's a real restaurant. No, I don't usually order wings and shit like that with pizza. Yeah,
it's good. It just needed more time in the oven. That's all I'm saying.
That's American shit. I'm not gonna eat American sides like wings and
Bro, you're eating a pizza in Washington State that looks like it came from a frozen pizza aisle. Just, you could do the wings. The Italians aren't gonna come pistol whip you.
Shit like that. I want Italian stuff with it.
I love like the
crunchy.
Fucking QVC music is amazing. Oh my god.
Crunchy veggies.
God, he does sound like he's sucking a cock while he's eating too. He really does.
Right into it. That's how you know they're fresh. They're not soggy and shitty, right? Yummy. Thank you to the cat for a super chat. He says you like pizza? Well, pizza these nuts. Sure. I don't fuck with it.
Chicken sandwiches, Pep. Yeah, like that pizza from a visual I'm sure it tastes fine, but from a visual perspective, that does not look that great. Like, how is that okay? I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but what was the big deal about the chicken sandwich? He's so weird. He's such a man of conflict.
Fall for those tricks. It's not such a good I'm gonna keep eating my foreskin. I don't care. Pizza these.
I'm gonna keep eating my foreskin. Now this is a quality video packed with excellent content.
Nuts.
He sounds like he's about to bust the nut over this shit.
It's Italian-style tomatoes. They're so delicious.
I'm sorry.
Italian-style tomatoes.
What games don't I like playing? Bad ones. Oh, I hate playing those.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's a... Is that the Yakuza karaoke song?
Sausage.
Oh, God. That has to go in the soundboard, the sausage. I cannot believe he used this. Or yes, Phil, it's a vegetable and meat lovers pizza. You can get it at any fast food or regular pizza shop anywhere in like on Earth. You could go to fucking Dubai and get this right now, son.
I piece of sausage with that bite.
His mouth. Is he really like? Yes, Phil. We got it. It's delicious.
Wow. Jackie just asked an interesting question. Did it come in paper plates? So I didn't know about this. On the last episode of DSP Tries It right here about a month ago, I was critical of the restaurant that I got the food from. Immediately I can see there's a problem. They did not give me any utensils at all. How am I supposed to eat that if you didn't give me a fork to stick it with? So guess what I found out? It's against the law. In the state of Washington, it's illegal to give napkins, utensils, plates, or any condiments unless the customer specifically requests it. That's the dumbest law I've ever fucking heard. What if you order online and there's no specific place to put special instructions? Guess what that means? You get nothing, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Only he would get this angry over. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, he can never have children. He would lose his shit. If this is the kind of stuff that stresses him out, man.
What if you just accidentally forget? Oh, I forgot to ask for napkins. Napkins, you're fucked.
That's it. Your life is over. Your wife is going to leave you. Your kids are going to... She's going to get full custody. You're going to lose the house. You're going to lose the car. You're going to be sucking dick on a street corner. Why? Because you didn't get a plate with your pizza. This is your life now.
You know what's hilarious? So we got people in the chat complaining, saying, well, do you understand how much waste comes from plastic utensils, how much waste comes from napkins? In the state of Washington, what you're supposed to do with plastic utensils is rinse them and put them in your recycling. What you're supposed to do with your napkins, you put them in the compost. So...
Like, that's the way... Calm. Like, you can't say compost. It's ka.
So the law makes no sense, because the law would only apply if you had a state where you didn't have to do that. So it's a completely worthless law, and all it does is punish the customers, because our lawmakers are jackasses here. So, a couple more shout-outs. Shout out to Lord Prince Albert. Are your Italian gonads increasing in strength? Yes. They're becoming very strong for the rest of the Ninja Turtles Marathon for today. So here you go.
Wait, did he ask him about his gonads? Hold on.
Would only apply if you had a state where you didn't have to do that. So it's a completely worthless law, and all it does is punish the customers, because our lawmakers are jackasses here. So, a couple more shout-outs. Shout out to Lord Prince Albert. Are your Italian gonads increasing in strength? Yes. They're becoming very strong for the rest of the Ninja Turtles Marathon.
Due to the pizza, breaking news, Phil has very strong balls.
Try to relax your anus.
Yeah, and dude, didn't he say, like, I had to buy pizza? Like, one time he said for the stream, I had to buy the food. It's like, oh, fucking dude.
Today, so here you go. Just Sir Cole to the super chat. He says, I missed his latest super chat. It's very unfortunate. Thanks for the current one, though. You never interrupt an Italian eating food. You never interrupt an Italian when they're eating. You're
sausage. I love
I love Hulk Hogan's dick out of your mind. I get slapped in the face with a piece of garlic bread. You don't mess around, man. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm going to keep eating my absolutely delicious pizza from The Rock Wood-Fired Pizza. I just love it.
Yeah, and what do you recommend I get for it since I stream on Twitch? I don't know. I just plop sounds on there and just it plays through Windows audio and it just picks up the desktop audio. So, I mean, I use Streamlabs OBS.
Paid product placement. Oh, man. I got more than I bargained for with that bite. Careful.
More than I bargained. What the fuck?
Almost got me. Look at all the support coming in. Thank you, guys. So, Aaron C. did a $20 tip. Thank you, Aaron, so much. Yeah, did I miss him? Oh, I miss you every moment that you're not super chatting. What is the most expensive pizza I've ever eaten? In downtown Seattle, there's a place called Rocco's. I did get one once. It was $50. A $50 pizza. I ate 2 pieces. Yeah, there you go.
$50 pizza. Yes, I will play more Earthbound eventually. What I don't know, but I will.
I've never blown bubbles ever again. Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games. You know, man, have I do Jersey pizza? I don't even know what that means. Who knows? It could be a local flair.
Have you eaten pizza in New Jersey? That's what it fucking means.
Do I like garlic on the crust? Do you like garlic butter painted crust? These are gimmicks. That's for if you want added flavor to a pizza that kind of sucks. You don't do that on authentic pizza. I would not want to add anything to it. I feel like it would ruin the flavor of a really good crust. All right.
I would never be able to eat at a restaurant with him the way he do it. He's so loud. He's so fucking loud.
Oh, the chunks of tomato were so delicious.
But he gives me shit for taking my shirt off for $50 while he's busting a nut having a mediocre pizza.
High acidity in Italian tomato, but also a savoriness. Oh, it's so good. Excuse me, Connor just said Phil will be farting up a storm. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, exactly.
Sipping giant ones today for the rest of the marathon. That's correct.
What do you say?
Almost done.
You didn't say a pizza.
So delicious. High acidity in Italian tomato, but also a savoriness. Oh, it's so.
Love how he talks like he's like he's fucking Gordon Ramsay.
Good.
His face shows organ failure. Yes.
Excuse me, Connor just said Phil will be farting up a storm. You're absolutely right. I'll be ripping giant ones today for the rest of the marathon. That's correct.
Oh, you'll be just like me.
Almost done.
We couldn't. No shit, Phil. We couldn't tell.
I can't believe 2 pieces of pizza took a half an hour to eat. That's crazy, huh? So, this is DSP tries to do. We're like, well, what's the rate? The one thing that I would say is a little bit missing from the Rockwood Fire Pizza is it doesn't have the exact seasoning blend that Italian style has. And big taints. For example, Italian pizza always uses things like oregano, a little bit of basil, garlic.
I'll smear my taint on your pizza, brother. Don't worry.
There was no garlic whatsoever on that pizza. Authentic Italian pizza would have some kind of garlic on it, and the seasoning, like there's good seasoning, but it's definitely not. It's not dead on to what an Italian style would be. Like if I was rating this on a 1 to 5 star scale, I give it like 4.75. Seriously, near perfection.
4.7.
Excuse me. A sauce that's made up of chunks of Italian tomato rather than just a puree shit that has no flavor to it. Lots of cheese, copious amounts of delicious fresh ingredients. This is what you want from fresh pizza. And again, wood fire gives an added flavor to the crust. Oh my god. 4.75 out of 5. The Rock Pizza is great. Guys, thank you for watching. DSP tries it. The Rock wood-fired pizza, pride and joy. 4.75 out of 5. Only they would contact me for consulting. I'd give them the actual finishing touches to make that the best pizza. But, you know, they do it their way. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching and thanks for the support. Awesome. I've never had cheese from under the foreskin. That's pretty disgusting, actually. With all this going on.
Alright, man. It's been a long...
And big taints.
We got Hulk Hogan's giant taint in the chat.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. Many, many years since I've had pizza.
Yo, someone should do like a AI machine generated soundboard, because Phil's obviously, because he streams so much and made so many videos, like even way more than I have. You could probably make AI to have like a navigation system that sounds like Phil. I mean, fucking kill.
I like the lobby. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm didn't read. This is awesome, and this is a. Mr. Yellow Dick Swagger, how you doing, my man? Nah, we got the gremlin. Yeah.
You say the N-word, bro?
No.
I swear I heard that.
I said, we got the gremlin right now.
He's watching.
This is the guy getting fucking broad daylight by underage minor.
Straight from the A-Town. All right, loving it.
Do they have schools in A-Town?
I
feel bad about having any part of this. Like
I do too. I'm glad I didn't.
Mr. Yellow Dick Swagger, shut the fuck up. Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
Already trying to go into the fucking shit where I'm sexually harassing her or whatever weirdo shit that she's on while she talks.
I never said he was sexually harassing me, but I do think that he was harassing me, yeah. I never said sexually harassing me, but I do think the amount of attention that you pay to me is equal to harassment, yeah. The amount of times that you fucking at me on Twitter, or have added me, or have mentioned me in your tweets, yeah. It's not sexual harassment, but... man, that's some sort of weird fucking harassment. That's all I'm saying, man. And, I mean, the meme that Mounty made about me getting gang raped by Nazis also was probably not particularly good, so.
The people like Nick Fuentes who say they want her to sacrifice him in the fucking Temple of Doom, all that weird ass racist fucking misogynistic fucking sex.
But I think part of the, homie, like, what am I supposed to, like, I just react to that shit, like, what am I gonna do? Like, later on in this stream, while he's arguing with one of my mods, he goes on to tell that mod that it's my fault for being the only woman of color in the space that I'm in. Would you say that to anybody else for just existing in a space? He, in the very same stream, said that, oh, Keffels gets an unwarranted amount of hate because she exists as a trans woman online. Sure. Are you willing to also acknowledge that I get an unwarranted amount of hate because I am a woman of color existing online? Who are you, Cozy TV admin? I don't even think this person is from Cozy TV. I think they're just like a random person trolling.
Like the shit that they say, but because they have thousands of viewers, you know, we gotta accept it. Whereas people like me, before I can even get started, you gotta shit on me.
I didn't have to shit on anybody, man. The way that I got started in this space was not easy. I was still like the only person of color on most panels. I was still the only woman on most panels. It was not easy for me getting started in this.
We gotta accept it. Whereas people like me, before I can even get started, you gotta have thousands of viewers, you know, we gotta accept it. Ass racist, fucking misogynistic, fucking sexist shit that they say, but because they have thousands of viewers.
Who says I'm accepting things either? Like, I just react to it. What am I gonna do? Like somebody says that kind of shit about you. What do? You just kind of react to it and you kind of move on. When I'm getting over there, like when I'm over on Killstream and everybody's saying, making racist, sexist comments about me, or even asking what nipple color my nipples are, what am I gonna do? Get upset about it? That's what they're looking for. Like, do you guys even know anything about these spaces? The number one thing that they're looking for is for me to have a reaction to this shit. Of course I'm not gonna react to that shit. If you're asking, people asking me what color my nipples are, that was like every super chat the first time I was on there. Like, obviously, this is just me existing in this space, and I'm not going to restrict who I talk to because of what I am. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would I restrict who I talk to because of what I am? Because I know that people view me a certain way. I'm segregating myself at that point. I'm pushing myself down at that point. I'm not going to stop talking to people because I think that they think, or I know that they think I'm subhuman. Like, I already know. I got it. I've been subhuman my whole life, guys, okay? We're good. I got it, okay?
You know. For them. And this is what I've already noticed, and not enough for Clyde to say this, the people in the community to reinforce it. It has to be this
and
nice
also,
package.
can I just say, I don't expect...
Thanks for checking out the stream. We're just exploring some stuff we haven't found yet. Next location
if you don't, I'm not going to take you
is 200 meters away.
Seriously, if you talk down to me, if you know nothing about me, if you haven't gone through the trouble of knowing my actual stances, and honestly, unironically think that I actually hold the position of, oh, let's remove the school to prison pipeline by getting rid of the school part. Seriously? I've been subhuman my whole life, man. This is nothing new to me. I'm not trying to protect myself. I'm not trying to protect my community. My community is smart. They can handle it. There's another part in here where he talks specifically about Keflos getting hate just for being a trans woman online. I guarantee that the benefits of being a white woman online still outweigh any benefits of me being a non-white woman offline, okay? Like, that's all I'm saying. There's no way the Twitch stream died. Let me see. Refresh. I'm sorry.
Come on, come on.
No, I'm still live on Twitch. Jeez.
Come on, come on.
I gotta mute myself more often. Okay.
Yalla, yalla.
Anyways, what I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, I guarantee that the, oh, fuck, the benefits of being a white woman online still outweigh the benefits of being, like, a white passing woman online. They're still gonna outweigh the benefits of being a woman of color online. That's all I'm saying, man. So...
screenshots, here's the voicemails. Who have had insane allegations leveled at them from this, right, a few times. Like people accusing a trans content creator of being a groomer with no evidence and issues have come out in defense.
Oh, this is where Becca comes in.
But yeah.
Come on.
Jason was telling people they were dating, but nobody ever thinks to check in with us. Yeah. You think this is a bit unfair? Plenty of things happen in the community where stars come out in defense of people who have had insane allegations leveled at them from this, right, a few times. Like people accusing a trans content creator of being a groomer with no evidence, and issues happen in the community with at-risk members that never make it to the content mill. Even with Jason, a lot of the content from Star has been sympathetic to what he's been. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna let you cook, even though I see you've been banned in a lot of people's communities who I respect. But that's not how that works. If I beat the shit out of my kids, but I send them to Disney World every week, you can't say that I'm a good streamer. You can't platform. Stardust herself tweeted that she doesn't see a problem with sanitizing the image of Nazis because she thinks that the way that we defeat anti-blackness or like racism or white supremacy is by being nice enough to them so that they eventually decide to stop being racist.
No, so that's not what it is. So, the sanitizing of Nazis or whatever, it's not that I think they're going to change their minds or whatever. I don't think that. I think that these people are just fucking goofy. They're just goofy. And we have plenty of examples of goofy people on the left. We've got fucking libs of TikTok doing goofy content on people on the left. I think we need a spotlight on goofy people on the right, man. I think these people are goofy as fuck, and I think people need to stop being scared of interacting with them. They're, like... Yeah. People are just goofy. We are not goofy, we are serious business. I'm sorry, but you guys are so fucking goofy. Who the fuck says that? Oh, I'm imagining Stardust through Sandpaku eyes. Stardust, I'm imagining a woman comes and, steals me, captures me and takes me, and the village elders tie me up and all. Like, who says that? That's very fucking goofy. It's very fucking goofy. Did you drink your python venom and monkey palm brew? Yeah. Stardust will trap me in her jungle lair. Yeah, exactly. This is goofy ass shit. How can you be scared of people when they say shit like that? Hey! Hello, Beckett. Also, hello. Thank you for the, I don't know. I like these little dragon emotes. That was insane, but also hilarious. Yeah. Like, Jude is admitting to wanting to be domed. Like, wanting to be, like, basically, like, forced, like, into submission on stream in front of his thousands of viewers. How is that not hilarious? And he chose the most ridiculous, stupid, caricature of Indian culture possible. The dude literally, when I called him an 80-year-old, I told him, you're like an 80-year-old dude who, like, time traveled. Like, he really proved it with what he said there, because it's like, you chose the worst, most inaccurate stereotype. It was hilarious. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's genuinely what she believes. And
not genuine,
I've said plenty about it on here.
Not genuinely what I believe, no.
I'm not going to say too much more, because it's obvious to everyone aside from...
Coffee? Thank you. With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, Housewives. Football, Housewives. Whoops.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the Earthly Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Every core computers now have primary control of simple vehicle functions.
Moonhar's like, yo, I was never friends with who that was.
I got it.
My marriage is just fucking
fine. Yeah, that's why you have to stay.
Just watching this stream right now, rooting me the fuck on. Let's fucking go.
Let's hope she's not
looking for some Twitter DMs. I mean, there was nothing there. I mean, if you really look at those DMs, you wanted to comment on my marriage to Moonhar on fucking Optimus Prime. Meanwhile, my marriage is fucking fine. Hey, you're just mad because I get mad e-girls as my fat fucking ass. They all want the tip, dude. This is the best you can do is this trailer park trash. That's the best you can get is this trailer park trash right here. This trailer park trash looking motherfucker, dude. I'm sorry.
Brother, where do you live in Los Angeles? Don't you live at the 909?
Wait.
You live in Los Angeles? I want to fly on weapon. What's the 909?
Wait. Did she just reference where I live?
Well, I heard.
I didn't hear that during the stream.
Yeah, she said, don't you live in the 909?
What she said?
Yeah, she just said that. She just said.
Area
specific.
That's like an almost catch that on air.
That's like a half docs, right?
What?
I don't know how much an area code covers. It's a pretty
Riverside
small area,
Riverside.
right?
I mean, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, but that's kind of a risk she took right there.
Let's rewind here a little bit. Let's read docs. Just kidding.
Best you can get is this trailer park trash right here. This trailer park trash looking motherfucker, dude. I'm sorry.
Brother, where do you live in Los Angeles? Don't you live at the 909?
Oh yeah.
Is it like known for being a shitty part of town? I don't get it.
I mean, it's a rough area. Like it's.
She was calling you poor, so she was doing exactly what Moonahar was getting on you about. She was doing exactly what Moonahar was getting on you about.
Here's the thing: how would she even know that?
I don't know.
I did not catch that. I did not catch that when she said that line.
Is she looking up tips for dogs?
Because you were concentrating on Moonahar, but yeah, that was
I didn't catch that either because I don't know what 909 means. I didn't.
Yeah, it's the area code for the area where
I'm more scared of the Mutahar in this thumbnail than this one.
Don't you live in the 909?
Oh, really?
Oh my god!
She said it twice.
She said it
Don't
twice.
you live in the 909?
Alright guys, that's going to be the stream for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow for more. So be on the lookout, and I'll see you then.
That was gutsy for her to say that.